How's it going, everyone? As always, my name is Jimmy Champagne. This is PSReady, my channel all about PlayStation. I hope you had a great, relaxing Memorial Day weekend full of a ton of video games. I had to catch up on chores, man. That's all I did all weekend. The one fun thing I got to do is see Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. A couple of the critics were like saying it's not good. They're insane. It was awesome. I'm gonna go see it again. I love Tom Cruise. I love Mission Impossible. They're just so good, man. So if you haven't seen it, maybe go check it out. In today's video, we've got 3 topics to cover. So around the world, Sony is raising prices on everything, but here in the United States, you can get discounts on all the PlayStation hardware, including the PS5 Pro. So you should pick one up. After that, we got to talk about how while Sony is being cool and discounting stuff, Rockstar is silently increasing the price of all the games that people want to catch up on before GTA 6. And finally, I have a classic Jimmy rant for you guys about how EA generationally screwed up every good racing franchise, and I don't understand why. This is a packed video, so let's get rolling on it. Sony is doing their annual Days of Play sale. I have covered so many sales on this channel and on Deck Ready, and I think out of all the sales that happen throughout the year, Days of Play is by far the best. I mean, they've changed it a lot how it works over the years, but if you want great discounts on games and hardware, it's hard to beat this sale. And like, I don't like being the guy who's like, oh, you got to buy it now. But just like with how uncertain everything is with pricing, if you've been looking at hardware, I don't think you're going to be able to do much better than this. So it's worth paying attention to these deals. Consoles are what we'll start out with. The PS5 Slim, both versions of it are $100 off. So you could get the disc drive version for $400, which is the original price of the digital model before they raised the price on it. So you're basically getting the disc drive for free, which is awesome. The digital model of the PS5 Slim is also $100 off. So that'll be around $350 to $360. This also applies to the bundles. They haven't revealed how the math is going to work on that yet. I'd assume it's $100 off, but like the bundles come with the game for free. So, I mean, $350 for a free game with the console, pretty damn good. $400 for the disc drive version. That's what I would buy personally if I was going for either of the Slims, just because you want to get the best that you can afford while you can afford it, because, you know, like even if you don't have a lot of PS5 discs right now, you could be walking through Target or Best Buy in the near future, see a game that's on sale, want to grab it and realize that you don't have a disc drive, and then you're going to have to pay $80 to get that add-on and it might not be in stock. It's worth the reassurance of just having the disc drive, even if you're not going to use it immediately. But if you've only got $350 or $400 and you want to get a good game that's not in the bundle, I guess go with the digital. I know the vast majority of people go digital now, but like there's just still something great about getting disc games. I think Nintendo really realizes that, because even when they're selling digital games, they're still giving you that little cartridge, because there is just something great about having a physical product. It makes it feel like you own it, even if you don't. But guys, I know this is a fanboy channel. I know I'm biased. I know that I'm just trying to like justify the cost of my PS5 Pro, but this is probably the only discount you're going to see on the PS5 Pro between now and the end of the year. And that's if they don't raise prices on it. Like once they run out of their stock that they have here in the United States, that 3-month supply, they could have to raise prices on the PS5 Pro. It's already expensive without a disc drive. So $50 off at $650. I mean, that mostly covers the amount that you would pay for a disc drive. So like, I feel like you should just get the PS5 Pro. It really is that much better. And we're going to talk about in other videos this week, all the improvements that are coming to it. Like Sony is really doing a good job with the PS5 Pro and tweaking it, adding performance after launch. It's something you kind of want to have for when they increase the performance, because the base performance is so good. I don't think you're going to be able to get one for $650. And just looking at the past, how the pricing worked for the PS4 Pro, it dropped to like $400, $350 over time with bundles, but like they didn't make a lot of them. So like they were really hard to get, even used. They were still close to MSRP. I feel like at $650, you could feel pretty damn good walking out of the store with a PS5 Pro. Honestly, like I don't think you're going to get a better deal than that. If you already have a PS5, it's a great upgrade at that price as well. And if you're someone who has a lot of disc-based games, you can feel good about buying that add-on disc drive, because the cost is basically covered by the discount. PSVR 2s are on sale, DualSenses are on sale. Basically, if you need any accessories for your PlayStation 5, now is the time to get them, because if you don't buy them now, you're waiting till November, right? Like when they do their end of the year sale around Black Friday. Summer's when people get time off. I think a lot of people end up staying inside instead of being outside, and they play a lot more games during the summer. I see those graphs at the end of the year with everyone's playtime spread out. A lot of people play in the summer, you want to be well equipped, grab some accessories, and when the sale actually goes live, I'll do a video with some games to buy. But like, if you've been waiting, if you have stuff in your wish list, now is definitely the time to buy it. I think this is awesome when everyone else is increasing their hardware prices. I mean, Sony is too in other countries, but getting the discounts back to at least MSRP and maybe even a little more off depending on where you are. It's cool that Sony's doing this when everything is so tight. It's not just video games that are getting price increases everywhere. Like, everything is just so expensive. I know gas hit its 22-year low over Memorial Day weekend, and that's great. I mean, it was so cold you couldn't really use the gas to do anything, which sucks, but everything is just ridiculously expensive right now. I ordered pizza on Friday, right? Like, I haven't been eating pizza. I've been eating really clean because I'm trying to lose weight and build muscle, but we were like so busy. We ordered pizza. It was $57, dude, for 2 pizzas. I got a large, I got a gluten-free one for my wife, and I got bread on the side for my buddy. And like, $57, what the hell are we doing? And it wasn't this like super nice LA style pizza. It was Jet's Pizza. Like, why is Jet's Pizza $57, dog? Like, that's nuts. But Rockstar, on the other hand, I gotta flame them a little bit. I was on like a real Rockstar like hype train, man, after the GTA trailer 2. It was so good. I'm so excited for that game. I've been playing through the story of GTA 5 Enhanced Edition again. I've been dabbling in GTA Online. I got Red Dead Redemption 1 on my Steam Deck because it was on sale. I even got the definitive collection of GTA 3 Vice City and San Andreas. It's just like, it's been so good playing all these Rockstar games, and then I see this news story that they're increasing the prices of their games on the PlayStation Store, and they're not announcing it. So the weird thing is, continuing with the trend, it looks like this is only affecting Europe. If someone has some context here why Europe is getting so destroyed by every company increasing prices, please leave a comment telling everyone why, and I'll try to pin it. Red Dead Redemption 1 was a game that was too expensive when it came out, $50 or 50 pounds, depending on where you're at. It's a straight port. It's not a remaster. It cleans up a little bit and runs at a high resolution. It did get a PS5 patch that lets it run at 60, which like should have been there at launch for sure. That dropped to $40, which is still too expensive, but now it's back up to 50. I mean, there's no justification for that. There's no justification for the original price of $50 for a straight port of a PS3 game. I don't care how good it is. I feel like the max they could have charged for that is $25. Red Dead Redemption 2 got a $5 price increase from $55 to $60. Is it really making that much of a difference charging $5 more for the game? Like, come on. And then there was a bundle of the 2 games that was $84.99, so $85, and now they've increased that to $100 to make up for the price difference. Like, I understand, right? Like, I understand that like you have to charge more sometimes based on the fluctuation of the euro or the dollar or the British pound, but like, it's just so dumb to nickel and dime people on games this old. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018, man. Like, that is not a new game. As good as it looks, it's one of my all-time favorite games. I still play it all the time to this day. Charging full price for it still feels ridiculous, especially considering how old it is, man. Like, you can't be charging that, but then to increase the price when you've already dropped it by $5, I really feel for people, right? Like, I understand that they're selling it at a premium because it's a premium game, but it's never got a next gen upgrade. You're paying for PS4 games. You're paying full price for PS4 games in 2025 that are that old. I don't think that's really justifiable at all. I hate throwing around the word corporate greed. I think it's overused and not used correctly 99.9% of the time. But when you look at a situation like this, where it's PS4 games, a port of a PS3 game to PS4, and just straight up PS4 game that's never got any type of performance upgrade for the PlayStation 5, this feels like greed, right? Like, they released the GTA trailer. Everyone gets excited to play Rockstar games again. Maybe you didn't buy Red Dead Redemption 1 when they ported it. Maybe you didn't buy Red Dead Redemption 2, or you lost your disc or something. You're going to go back and play it. Theoretically, you'd want to make it cheaper to get more sales, but they know at Rockstar people will pay the full price, so they just tweak it up $5 or $10. I think this is dumb, and it's just needlessly greedy. Staying inside and like playing entertainment like games or watching movies is a great way to save money. So it sucks when companies turn around and nickel and dime you like this. I don't feel good about it at all. My advice for this is shockingly to get a disc drive. Whether it's a PS5 Slim or PS5 Pro, you can get Red Dead Redemption 2 on PS4 for $20, whether it's on eBay, Amazon, or wherever else. You might have to buy a used copy, but you can just search for complete copies on eBay, get them for less than $20 now. It's crazy that the digital version has this much of a price increase over the physical, but this is a great example of why it's good to have a disc drive. Yes, you have to wait for the disc to install, you have to wait for shipping, but you can pay 20 bucks instead of full price, however many years after these games came out. And for the third topic, I got a rant about EA and racing games. I know there aren't a lot of people who love racing games as much as I do. It's like my favorite type of game to play at the end of a long workday. I love setting up my racing wheel. I love getting the controller out. No matter where I'm playing them, I'm having fun when I'm behind the wheel of a virtual car. So a few years ago, EA got in a huge bidding war with Take-Two over Codemasters. And if you don't know what Codemasters is, they're like a legendary racing studio that was basically making games out of a barn, I think in the UK. And what they really worked on the most in recent years was like the Grid series and the Dirt series. I think they did some F1 games or like WRC in between, but like the thing that really seems to have pushed them off the cliff to need to be sold was Dirt 5. It was too arcadey for a lot of people, even though they split it into two franchises, Dirt Rally and Dirt Regular. Dirt Regular is arcadey, Dirt Rally is like really hardcore rally simulation. People still didn't like Dirt 5 and they had to sell. So in this bidding war, EA eventually won and they started moving stuff around and canceling games. So the weird thing is Codemasters, I guess, got the license for WRC, which is the official World Rally Championship. So like the FIFA of soccer is like World Rally Championship of rally, and they were going to continue the Dirt series. So WRC would be hardcore simulation, Dirt would be arcade. EA just said, get rid of Dirt. We can sell more copies with WRC. So they put out WRC and it was pretty good. Like it was a good game that was launched pretty poorly and got better over time. And right when it hit its peak, they got rid of that license. They gave it to Nacon, who suck. Nacon is not good at making racing games. They put out Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown, and it's a huge mess. It's not good. That's the whole point. So they got rid of the Dirt series. They got rid of the WRC license. They canceled Grid after Grid Legends, which they did not market at all. And now it looks like the only thing Codemasters is working on is F1. So if you're into F1, that seems to be a good thing because F1 25 is just coming out and getting really good reviews. Like apparently the driving is good, but like before they were bought, they had 3 series in the works and now they have 1. And then my other favorite series, Need for Speed, is on hiatus because of Battlefield. I'm excited for Battlefield. I think Battlefield's going to be awesome, but I hate whenever they're making a new Battlefront or a new Battlefield, they take Codemasters, who's really their only racing studio left since they shut down Ghost Games, and they put them on these bigger titles, and then they have to put these other franchises that sell pretty well on ice. Like Need for Speed Unbound sold decent despite the fact that they did not market it at all. The reason for that, the story in that game very heavily featured A$AP Rocky, and he got into like some weird legal stuff right when the game was coming out, and they pulled all the marketing, they pulled him out of the story, and even despite all that, it ended up being pretty good. There's an extraction mode called Lockdown that I still play. You can get the Blacklist cars from Most Wanted 2005, but the point is, while Battlefield is being worked on, there's nothing happening with Need for Speed. So they own all this great IP, like Dirt, like Grid, like Need for Speed, and they have all these great studios like Ghost Games, which they moved into Criterion, and they've got them all working on Battlefield or shutting down franchises. And it just sucks because racing games are not as prevalent as they once were. Like back in the day, you had Juiced, which is crazy. I never really got into that game, but Juiced was nuts. You had, of course, Tokyo Extreme Racer, which is kind of coming back in the great early access game, but that's PC only at launch. You've got Need for Speed, which is on ice, and then you've got Forza and Forza Horizon, which is an incredible series, probably my favorite racing game series of all time, that's being split up. Like I'm really nervous about Forza Horizon 6, mainly because Playground Games is working on that Fable game, and based on what I've seen on Fable, it was never one of my favorite series. It looks very generic open world RPG with millennial humor. So like I'd prefer Playground Games just stick to what they're great at, which is Forza Horizon. And like, who knows? Like, are we going to see Forza Horizon at Xbox's show? Who knows? So right now, racing seems like it's at kind of a peak since it was really popular during like 2005 era, and there's no games to support it. Like there's a real hunger for great racing games. Every time a good one comes out on Steam, it does incredible. And then you've got studios shutting down every franchise that's out there, and EA is the biggest culprit. It's pretty dismal right now, and when you can't rely on Codemasters to release new games, you know it's pretty bleak for racing. So EA, you got the Jimmy Rant treatment. Figure your shit out, release Battlefield, but bring back Need for Speed, bring back Dirt, bring back Grid. You need to do it. Like, racing fans are there day one if you just make a good racing game that performs well. We have the lowest bar to clear. It's just make a quality product. And I feel like most people have that bar for every type of game. But like, racing fans, we're out in the cold over here with not a lot of game releases. So yeah, let me know if you're bummed like me down in the comments below. As always, guys, my name is Jimmy Champagne. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and shape on.